Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about a truth that resonates deep within our souls. The profound realization that there are no coincidences in our lives, only divine direction. Each moment we experience, each path we traverse, is meticulously woven into the grand tapestry of God's plan. It is essential that we open our eyes to this divine orchestration and allow it to guide our lives. Consider the events of your life. How often do you look back and see a series of seemingly random occurrences that suddenly align perfectly? Those moments when you felt lost, when you wondered if there was any purpose to your struggles. These are not merely accidents. They are opportunities for growth, for transformation, and for understanding the deeper purpose that God has laid out for each of us. When we reflect on our journeys, we often see how challenges lead us to new beginnings. In those moments of despair, we might feel abandoned, but it is precisely during these times that we can find our greatest strength. The trials we face are not there to break us. They are stepping stones toward the destiny that God has prepared for us. He uses every circumstance to mold us, to refine us, and to make us into the people He created us to be. Let us think about the heroes of faith we admire. Their lives were marked by challenges, yet each of them understood that their struggles were part of a larger divine plan. From Joseph, who faced betrayal and imprisonment, to Moses, who led his people through the wilderness. Each story teaches us that God's hand is at work in our lives, guiding us toward a greater purpose. They didn't see their hardships as coincidences. They recognized them as the unfolding of divine direction. We must remind ourselves that even when we cannot see the way forward, God is still directing our paths. In Proverbs, we are told that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. This is not just a comforting thought, it is a promise. Every decision, every detour, every moment of waiting is under His sovereign control. God is orchestrating the events of our lives with precision and love. When we encounter those moments that feel like divine appointments, let us embrace them. It might be a chance meeting with someone who inspires us, or a sudden opportunity that seems to come out of nowhere. These are not mere coincidences, they are invitations from God to step into the life He has planned for us. We must remain alert and willing to respond when we sense His nudging. Our faith plays a crucial role in how we perceive these moments. When we trust that God is directing our steps, we can face uncertainties with courage. Our faith becomes the lens through which we view our lives, transforming obstacles into opportunities. With each challenge we face, we can ask ourselves, how is God using this for my good in His glory? This shift in perspective opens our hearts to the possibilities that lie ahead. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, we can find peace in the assurance that God is in control. He is not distant. He is actively involved in the details of our lives. The very hairs on our heads are numbered, and every tear we shed is caught in His bottle. He knows our struggles, our fears, and our dreams. When we align our hearts with His, we begin to see the beauty in His divine direction. Remember, we are not simply passengers on this journey. We are participants in God's story. Each of us has a unique role to play in the unfolding of His plan. The dreams He places in our hearts are not coincidental. They are divinely inspired. And when we pursue them with faith and obedience, we align ourselves with His will. Our lives become a testament to His faithfulness and grace. As we move forward, let us also be mindful of those around us. Each person we encounter has their own story, their own struggles, and their own divine direction. We are called to be instruments of encouragement and love in their lives. Sometimes the most profound way we can witness to God's providence is by showing kindness, compassion, and support to others. In doing so, we become conduits of His grace, helping others to recognize the divine appointments in their own lives. There will be times when we feel lost, times when the road ahead seems unclear. But in those moments, we must remember that we are not alone. God is walking with us, guiding us through the darkness and into His light. We must trust His timing, even when it doesn't match our own. God's delays are not denials, they are part of His perfect plan. We may not understand why certain things happen, but we can trust that He sees the bigger picture. Consider the power of prayer in this journey. It is our lifeline to God, the means by which we communicate our desires, fears, and hopes. Prayer allows us to align our hearts with His will and to seek His guidance in every decision. When we pray, we open ourselves to His divine direction. We invite Him into our circumstances, allowing Him to lead us where we need to go. Each day offers us a new opportunity to seek God's direction. We must be intentional about nurturing our relationship with Him, spending time in His Word and listening for His voice. As we do this, we cultivate a sensitivity to His leading that helps us recognize those moments that are more than mere chance. They are divine intersections that can change the course of our lives. As we navigate our journey, let us be encouraged by the knowledge that we are part of something much greater than ourselves. Each of us has a purpose that extends beyond our own lives. We are called to impact our communities, to shine a light in the darkness, and to share the love of Christ with those around us. The divine direction we receive is not just for our benefit, it is meant to bless others as well. Let us also remember that our stories are still being written. No matter where you find yourself today, God is still at work in you. He has not finished with you yet. The past may be filled with struggles, but the future is bright with hope. There are new adventures waiting for you, new lessons to be learned, and new heights to be reached. Embrace the journey, trust in His timing, and know that He is guiding you every step of the way. As we look forward, let us approach each day with anticipation. What divine appointments await us? What paths will God lead us down? With open hearts and willing spirits, we can walk confidently into the future, knowing that every moment is filled with purpose. We are not merely wandering, we are following the divine direction of a loving God who knows us intimately and desires to use us for His glory. So let us take heart. Let us embrace the truth that there are no coincidences, only divine direction. As we step boldly into the future, let us do so with faith, courage, and an unwavering belief that God is at work in our lives. Trust in His promises, and let His love guide you as you navigate the beautiful journey He has prepared for you. In our journey through life, we often encounter events that seem random or coincidental. However, when we take a step back and examine these occurrences through a spiritual lens, we begin to understand that they are part of a divine orchestration. This concept that life is not a series of isolated incidents, but rather a carefully woven tapestry of experiences, invites us to trust in a greater purpose behind every moment. From the moment we wake up each day, we are faced with choices, encounters, and opportunities that shape our path. Have you ever found yourself reflecting on a seemingly trivial decision that led to a significant outcome? Perhaps you chose to take a different route to work one day and met someone who would become a lifelong friend or mentor. These moments often seem coincidental, but when viewed through the lens of divine orchestration, We can see them as intentional steps guided by a higher power. Throughout history, countless individuals have recounted stories of how chance meetings or unexpected events changed the trajectory of their lives. Consider the story of Joseph in the Bible. Sold into slavery by his brothers, Joseph faced numerous hardships, including imprisonment. Yet each of these experiences ultimately led him to a position of power in Egypt, where he was able to save not only his family but an entire nation from famine. What appeared to be a series of unfortunate events was in fact part of God's divine plan for Joseph's life and the lives of many others. His journey illustrates that even in our darkest moments, we can trust that God is orchestrating our paths for a greater purpose. This understanding shifts our perspective on the challenges we face. Instead of viewing setbacks as obstacles, we can see them as opportunities for growth and transformation. When we encounter difficulties, it is natural to feel disheartened or confused. However, when we remember that these trials may be part of a larger divine orchestration, we can find hope and resilience. Each challenge is an opportunity to develop character, deepen our faith, and prepare us for what lies ahead. God is at work in our lives, even when we cannot see the full picture. Moreover, recognizing the divine orchestration in our lives encourages us to remain open to new possibilities. When we understand that God has a plan for us, we become more receptive to the unexpected twists and turns along the way. These detours may lead us to experiences we never imagined, enriching our lives in ways we could not foresee. By remaining open to divine direction, we can discover paths that align with our true purpose. Consider the importance of being present in our daily lives. In a fast-paced world filled with distractions, it is easy to overlook the small moments that may hold significant meaning. Being mindful allows us to notice the people we encounter and the opportunities presented to us. Each interaction can serve as a reminder of the interconnectedness of our lives and the divine orchestration at play. When we approach our days with intention, we create space for God to work in and through us. Additionally, divine orchestration often involves the people we meet along our journey. Every relationship we form can be seen as a thread in the tapestry of our lives. Some individuals come into our lives for a season, while others stay for a lifetime. Each connection has the potential to teach us something valuable or guide us in a specific direction. We may find ourselves inspired by a stranger's story or challenged by a friend's perspective, reminding us that God often uses others to reveal His plan. As we reflect on our experiences, we may also notice patterns or themes that emerge throughout our lives. These patterns can provide insight into the ways God is directing us. For example, if you consistently find yourself drawn to a particular field or calling, it may be a sign of divine orchestration. God may be using your passions and interests to lead you toward your purpose. By paying attention to these cues, we can align ourselves more closely with the path He has set before us. In times of uncertainty, it can be difficult to see the hand of God at work. However, it is in these moments that we must lean into our faith. Trusting that there are no coincidences allows us to surrender our worries and anxieties to God. We can pray for clarity, guidance, and the courage to follow the path laid out for us. When we do this, we invite God into our decision-making process and open ourselves to His divine direction. In conclusion, recognizing that life is a result of divine orchestration invites us to embrace the journey with hope and faith. Each moment is infused with purpose. Each encounter holds significance, and every challenge is an opportunity for growth. By acknowledging that we are part of a greater narrative, we can approach life with confidence, knowing that we are not navigating this journey alone. God is at work, weaving together the threads of our lives into a beautiful tapestry that reflects His love and purpose. When we trust in this divine orchestration, we can find peace and joy in the unfolding of our stories. Life is often a journey filled with challenges, and these trials can leave us feeling defeated or overwhelmed. However, it is crucial to understand that our struggles are not merely obstacles to be avoided. They are purposeful experiences that serve to refine and strengthen us. In recognizing this truth, we can begin to see our challenges as integral parts of a larger divine plan, guiding us toward our ultimate destiny. Throughout history, countless individuals have faced tremendous adversity, yet their stories reveal a common theme. Challenges can lead to profound personal growth and transformation. When we encounter hardships, we often find ourselves pushed beyond our limits, forced to confront our fears, insecurities, and limitations. It is in these moments of vulnerability that we are given the opportunity to discover our true strength and resilience. Take, for example, the story of Job from the Bible. Job was a man who experienced unimaginable loss and suffering, yet he remained steadfast in his faith. His trials were not merely punishments or coincidences. They were a testing of his character and commitment. Through his suffering, Job ultimately gained a deeper understanding of God and a renewed sense of purpose. His story illustrates that even in the depths of despair, we can emerge stronger and more faithful. Moreover, challenges often teach us valuable lessons about ourselves and the world around us. When we face adversity, we learn to adapt, to persevere, and to seek support from others. This process of grappling with difficulties fosters empathy, compassion, and understanding, qualities that enrich our relationships and deepen our connection to those around us. As we navigate through our struggles, we also gain insight into the challenges faced by others, allowing us to offer support and encouragement in their times of need. When we approach our trials with a mindset of growth, we begin to see the potential for transformation. Instead of succumbing to despair, we can choose to ask ourselves how these experiences can shape us into better individuals. This shift in perspective is crucial. It empowers us to take ownership of our challenges rather than allowing them to define us. By embracing our struggles, we create space for healing and growth. It is essential to recognize that not all challenges are the same. Some may feel insurmountable, while others might be minor inconveniences. However, regardless of the size or scale of the challenge, the opportunity for growth remains. Each struggle serves a purpose, and God can use every experience to mold us into the person we are meant to become. This understanding invites us to approach our difficulties with curiosity rather than fear, seeking the lessons embedded within them. Furthermore, divine direction often comes in the form of challenges that align us with our true calling. Many people discover their passions and purpose through adversity. A personal setback may lead someone to advocate for others who face similar struggles, turning their pain into a source of strength for others. In this way, our challenges not only refine us, but also position us to make a positive impact in the lives of those around us. Consider the story of an athlete who faces injury and must undergo rehabilitation. Initially, this setback may seem like a devastating blow to their career. However, through the process of recovery, the athlete may discover newfound determination, learn valuable lessons about perseverance, and develop a greater appreciation for the sport. This journey can lead them to become a mentor for others facing similar obstacles, creating a ripple effect of inspiration and support. As we navigate through our challenges, it is crucial to lean on our faith. Trusting in a higher power provides us with the strength to endure hardships and the assurance that we are not alone. Our faith reminds us that there is a purpose behind our suffering, even when we cannot see it. By surrendering our struggles to God, we open ourselves to divine guidance and support, allowing Him to work through us in powerful ways. It is also essential to surround ourselves with a supportive community during difficult times. Friends, family, and mentors can offer encouragement, perspective, and understanding. Their presence reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and that there is strength in vulnerability. Sharing our challenges with others can foster connection and provide valuable insights, helping us to navigate our difficulties with greater clarity and hope. As we emerge from our trials, we often find that we have developed new skills, insights, and perspectives. The process of overcoming challenges equips us with tools that will serve us well in the future. We become more resilient, adaptable, and capable of facing whatever life throws our way. This newfound strength becomes a testament to the transformative power of our experiences. Ultimately, the journey through challenges is not about avoiding pain or discomfort, but rather embracing it as a vital part of our growth. When we acknowledge that our struggles serve a purpose, we can approach life with a renewed sense of hope and determination. Each challenge is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to step into the fullness of who we are created to be. In recognizing that our trials can lead us to greater heights, we begin to view our lives through a lens of possibility rather than limitation. We can trust that God is at work in every situation, using our struggles to guide us toward our ultimate destiny. As we navigate the ups and downs of life, let us hold on to the belief that our challenges are not in vain. They are essential components of a divine journey that leads us to a more profound understanding of ourselves and our purpose in this world. Faith serves as a powerful lens through which we can view our lives, particularly when we encounter obstacles and uncertainties. When we adopt a perspective grounded in faith, we begin to see our experiences, not just the challenges, but also the opportunities, as part of a greater divine plan. This shift in perspective can transform our outlook on life, enabling us to recognize and embrace the moments that God has ordained for us. When we face difficulties, it's easy to become overwhelmed by our circumstances. Our minds can spiral into negativity, causing us to dwell on what seems insurmountable. Yet, when we approach these moments with faith, we are reminded that we are not navigating our challenges alone. God is actively involved in our lives, guiding us through even the darkest valleys. This awareness allows us to cultivate a sense of hope and resilience, enabling us to confront our struggles with courage and determination. Having faith means trusting in a power greater than ourselves. It means believing that there is a purpose behind our experiences, even when we cannot see it. This trust is not about passively accepting whatever comes our way. Rather, it is about actively engaging with our circumstances while remaining open to divine guidance. When we acknowledge that God is orchestrating our paths, we can approach life with a sense of peace, knowing that there is a greater purpose at work. Yet, through it all, God remained faithful, guiding them with a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Their journey teaches us that even when we feel lost, God is present, leading us toward the promise He has for us. Their faith was not just about belief. It was about trust in God's unfailing guidance. As we cultivate our faith, we also develop a deeper awareness of the divine appointments that life presents to us. These moments may seem ordinary at first, yet they hold the potential for extraordinary outcomes. When we approach our daily lives with a spirit of expectation, we become more attuned to the people we meet, the opportunities that arise, and the lessons that unfold. We begin to see how God can work through even the most mundane interactions to bring about significant change in our lives. For instance, a casual conversation with a stranger might lead to a new job opportunity, or a chance encounter with an old friend might rekindle a meaningful relationship. When we approach life with faith, we are more likely to recognize these moments as divine appointments rather than mere coincidences. This heightened awareness encourages us to engage fully with the present moment, trusting that God is at work in every interaction. Additionally, faith fosters a sense of community and support. When we share our challenges with others, we invite them into our journey, creating a space for connection and encouragement. Our faith can inspire those around us to also trust in God's guidance, fostering a collective spirit of resilience and hope. In times of difficulty, we can lean on one another for support, reminding ourselves that we are not alone in our struggle. This interconnectedness is a beautiful aspect of faith that helps us navigate life's challenges with a sense of belonging and purpose. In times of uncertainty, prayer becomes a vital tool for fostering faith. Through prayer, we communicate with God, expressing our fears, hopes, and desires. This dialogue invites Him into our circumstances, allowing us to seek His guidance and wisdom. Prayer helps us to remain centered in our faith, reminding us of God's promises and His unwavering presence in our lives. When we approach our challenges with a prayerful heart, we create space for God to work in ways we might not have anticipated. As we cultivate our faith, we must also be willing to act on it. Faith is not just a passive belief. It requires action. When we feel nudged by God to take a step in a certain direction, we must be courageous enough to follow through. This may involve stepping out of our comfort zones or taking risks, but it is in these moments of action that we often find the most profound blessings. Trusting in God's guidance empowers us to move forward, knowing that He will lead us to where we need to be. One of the most significant aspects of faith is its ability to shift our focus from our problems to the possibilities that lie ahead. Instead of becoming paralyzed by fear or uncertainty, we can choose to view our challenges as opportunities for growth. This mindset empowers us to take proactive steps toward finding solutions and seeking guidance. When we place our trust in God, we become more open to the signs and nudges that He provides, helping us navigate our paths with greater clarity. Moreover, faith encourages us to be patient during times of waiting. In a world that often values instant gratification, waiting can be difficult. Yet patience is a vital aspect of faith. When we learn to wait on God, we develop a deeper understanding of His timing and purpose. This patience is not passive. It is an active choice to remain steadfast in our trust, even when the answers we seek seem distant. Through this process, we cultivate a sense of perseverance that strengthens our character and deepens our faith. In summary, faith serves as a powerful lens that transforms our perspective on life's challenges and opportunities. When we trust in God's divine plan, we can approach our struggles with hope and resilience, recognizing that we are never alone. This journey of faith invites us to engage actively with our circumstances, to remain open to divine appointments, and to support one another along the way. By cultivating a deep and abiding faith, we align ourselves with the path that God has set before us, trusting that every moment is filled with purpose and potential. Prayer is a profound and transformative practice that connects us to the divine and serves as a lifeline during the trials and uncertainties of life. It is through prayer that we cultivate a relationship with God, seeking His guidance, strength, and wisdom. In moments of challenge, prayer becomes not just a ritual, but a source of comfort and clarity, helping us to align our hearts and minds with His will. When we engage in prayer, we open ourselves to a conversation with God. This dialogue allows us to express our fears, hopes, and desires, inviting Him into our circumstances. Prayer is not simply about presenting our requests. It is about building a relationship grounded in trust and faith. Through prayer, we acknowledge our dependence on God and our desire to seek His guidance in all aspects of our lives. One of the most significant aspects of prayer is its ability to provide peace amid chaos. When we face overwhelming challenges, it is easy to become consumed by anxiety and worry. However, through prayer, we can cast our burdens onto God, allowing Him to carry the weight of our concerns. Philippians 4:6-7 reminds us to be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. This passage emphasizes that prayer not only allows us to communicate our needs, but also brings us a sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. In addition to providing peace, prayer serves as a means of receiving divine direction. When we find ourselves at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take, prayer allows us to seek God's guidance. This process involves quieting our minds and listening for His voice. Sometimes the answers we seek may come through a gentle nudge, a sudden insight, or even a confirmation from Scripture. When we approach prayer with an open heart and a willingness to listen, we create space for God to speak into our lives. Moreover, prayer fosters a sense of clarity in the midst of confusion. Life can often feel chaotic, with competing demands and conflicting voices. Through prayer, we can step back from the noise and focus on what truly matters. This clarity allows us to discern God's will and align our actions with His purpose. As we seek His guidance, we can navigate our circumstances with greater confidence, knowing that we are following a path that has been divinely ordained. In the practice of prayer, we are also reminded of the importance of gratitude. When we approach God with a thankful heart, we shift our focus from what we lack to the blessings that surround us. Gratitude fosters a sense of perspective, helping us to recognize the ways in which God has already provided for us. This mindset allows us to face our challenges with a spirit of resilience, knowing that we have experienced His faithfulness in the past and can trust Him for the future. Another vital aspect of prayer is its role in fostering community. When we pray for others, we engage in an act of love and support that strengthens our relationships. Prayer connects us with one another, allowing us to share our burdens and joys. In times of difficulty, coming together in prayer can create a sense of unity and shared purpose, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. This communal aspect of prayer reinforces the idea that we are part of something larger than ourselves, bound together by our faith. As we cultivate a habit of prayer, it is essential to remain persistent and patient. There may be times when we feel as though our prayers go unanswered, or when we encounter delays in receiving guidance. During these moments, it is crucial to remember that God's timing is perfect, and He knows what is best for us. The act of persistent prayer strengthens our faith and teaches us to trust in God's plan, even when it diverges from our expectations. James 1:5 encourages us to seek wisdom through prayer, assuring us that God gives generously to those who ask. Additionally, prayer can be a source of empowerment and inspiration. When we align our hearts with God's will, we gain the confidence to step out in faith and take action. Our prayers can inspire us to pursue our dreams, engage in acts of service, and follow the calling that God has placed on our lives. By seeking His guidance, we tap into a wellspring of strength that propels us forward, even in the face of adversity. In moments of despair, prayer can also serve as a reminder of hope. When we find ourselves in the depths of difficult circumstances, it is easy to lose sight of the light at the end of the tunnel. However, prayer allows us to connect with the source of hope and strength. By lifting our concerns to God, we acknowledge that He is in control, and we can trust that He will work all things for our good. This hope inspires us to keep moving forward, knowing that change is possible and that God is at work behind the scenes. Moreover, prayer can take many forms, and there is no single right way to pray. Whether through structured prayers, spontaneous conversations with God, or silent reflection, the essence of prayer lies in the sincerity of our hearts. The diversity of prayer practices across cultures and traditions reflects the universal human desire to connect with the divine. Each individual can find a rhythm of prayer that resonates with their own spiritual journey, enhancing their relationship with God. In conclusion, prayer is a vital practice that connects us to God, providing peace, clarity, and direction during life's challenges. Through prayer, we engage in a conversation with the divine, inviting Him into our circumstances and seeking His guidance. As we cultivate a habit of prayer, we find strength in vulnerability, support in community, and hope in the midst of despair. This practice empowers us to navigate our journeys with confidence and trust, knowing that we are never alone in our struggles. By nurturing our relationship with God through prayer, we open ourselves to the transformative power of divine direction in our lives. Each of us has the potential to influence and inspire those around us, creating a ripple effect that can extend far beyond our immediate circumstances. The realization that our lives impact others is both humbling and empowering. It reminds us that our journeys are not just about our personal growth, but also about how we can uplift and encourage others along the way. When we encounter challenges, we often gain insights and wisdom that can benefit those who are navigating similar struggles. Our experiences, both the triumphs and the trials, equip us with a unique perspective that can offer hope to others. Sharing our stories of resilience and faith can be incredibly powerful. By opening up about our struggles and the lessons learned, we create a safe space for others to share their own experiences. This vulnerability fosters connection and allows us to build supportive communities where individuals feel seen and understood. For instance, consider the impact of someone who has overcome significant adversity. When they share their journey, it can inspire others facing similar challenges to persevere. Their story serves as a testament to the strength of the human spirit, demonstrating that it is possible to overcome obstacles and emerge stronger on the other side. This act of sharing not only encourages others, but also reinforces the importance of community in navigating life's difficulties. Moreover, as we journey through life, we often find ourselves in positions to mentor and support those who are earlier on their paths. This mentorship can take many forms, whether it's providing guidance to a colleague, offering encouragement to a friend, or volunteering in our communities. Each interaction holds the potential to impact someone's life profoundly. By sharing our knowledge and experiences, we help others navigate their journeys with greater confidence and clarity. The role of encouragement in our relationships cannot be overstated. A simple word of encouragement can lift someone's spirits, reignite their passion, or provide the motivation they need to keep going. We all face moments of doubt and fear, and knowing that someone believes in us can make all the difference. As we encourage others, we also strengthen our connections and create a culture of support and positivity. In many ways, our ability to impact others is rooted in the principle of empathy. When we take the time to understand the challenges others face, we cultivate compassion and a desire to help. Empathy allows us to step into another person's shoes and see the world from their perspective. This understanding fosters deeper connections and encourages us to act in ways that support and uplift those around us. As we navigate our own journeys, we may also find that we are recipients of encouragement from others. The connections we build can create a network of support that sustains us during difficult times. When we allow ourselves to receive help and encouragement, we acknowledge our shared humanity and the importance of community. This mutual support system not only enhances our own journeys, but also empowers others to step into their roles as encouragers. Another vital aspect of impacting others is the idea of leading by example. Our actions often speak louder than our words. When we embody the values we wish to instill in others, such as kindness, perseverance, and integrity, we create a living testimony that inspires those around us. People are more likely to follow our example when they see the authenticity of our actions. By living out our faith and principles, we motivate others to do the same. Additionally, our journeys can serve as catalysts for change in broader contexts. When individuals share their stories of resilience and empowerment, they can raise awareness about important social issues and inspire collective action. By advocating for change and encouraging others to join the cause, we can create movements that foster transformation in our communities and beyond. Our individual experiences can ignite a fire that propels others to take action, creating a legacy of impact that lasts long after we are gone. Furthermore, we must recognize that our impact is not limited to those we know personally. Every interaction we have, no matter how brief, carries the potential to influence someone's day or perspective. A kind word to a stranger, a smile shared with a passerby, or an act of generosity can create a ripple effect that touches lives in ways we may never fully understand. This reality invites us to be intentional about how we engage with others, recognizing that even small gestures can have significant consequences. As we navigate our own paths, it is essential to remain open to learning from others as well. Each person we encounter has a unique story and perspective to share. By actively listening and seeking to understand their journeys, we enrich our own experiences and gain new insights that can guide us along the way. This mutual exchange of knowledge and support fosters a sense of community that enhances our collective resilience. In conclusion, our journeys are intricately connected with the lives of others, and the impact we have on those around us is profound. By sharing our experiences, offering encouragement, and cultivating empathy, we create a supportive environment that empowers individuals to navigate their paths with confidence. The relationships we build and the actions we take resonate far beyond our immediate circles, creating a legacy of inspiration and hope. As we embrace our roles as both learners and encouragers, we contribute to a vibrant tapestry of human connection that uplifts and empowers all who are part of it. Through this interconnectedness, we can find purpose and fulfillment in our journeys, knowing that our lives have the power to make a lasting difference in the world. As we reflect on the journey of life, we come to understand that every experience, every challenge, and every moment of joy is woven together by a divine hand guiding us toward our true purpose. Embracing the belief that there are no coincidences but rather divine direction allows us to navigate our paths with faith and confidence. Our trials become opportunities for growth, shaping not only our character, but also our capacity to inspire others. Through the power of prayer, we connect with the divine, seeking guidance and strength in times of uncertainty. This relationship invites us to listen, to be open, and to recognize the subtle nudges that lead us forward. As we cultivate our faith, we discover that our journeys are intertwined with those around us, creating a beautiful tapestry of shared experiences. Let us remember that our lives hold the potential to impact others in profound ways. By sharing our stories, offering encouragement, and embodying the values we wish to see in the world, we contribute to a culture of support and hope. Every act of kindness, every moment of understanding, and every gesture of love can create ripples that extend far beyond our immediate circles. As we move forward, may we walk in the assurance that we are not alone on this journey. We are surrounded by a community of fellow travelers, each seeking purpose and meaning in their own lives. Together, we can uplift one another, share our burdens, and celebrate our victories. Let us embrace the divine direction that guides us and remain open to the opportunities that arise, trusting that each step we take is part of a greater plan. In this way, we can live our lives with intention and grace, knowing that our journeys are significant, our stories matter, and our impact can be profound. Let us carry this message in our hearts and share it with the world, illuminating the path for ourselves and others as we navigate the intricate dance of life together.